Hi, I'm Chantel Rodriguez from Millcreek Township.
And I'm Jessica Stutzman. Welcome to the Millcreek Government Channel.
We're joined today by Heather Filson, Program Supervisor at Family Services of NWPA, who is here to talk about the important work they do for the families in our community. Heather, thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we're excited to talk about your organization. And I loved learning, just before the show started, I loved learning a little bit more about you and how you got involved. So the first thing I want to ask is, what is Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Family Services of Northwest PA?
Right. Big Brothers Big Sisters is the largest youth mentoring program throughout the United States. So locally here in Erie County and Western Crawford County, we have Big Brothers Big Sisters that's part of Family Services. So we match youth in our community with adult mentors, and we accept children from the age of 6 to the age of 18, and they can be in the program the entire time if they want. And we really focus on creating strong relationships between the youth and the adults in the program.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
And you were passionate, if I may bring it up, you were passionate about getting involved in your community.
Yes.
And this position just kind of fell into your lap.
It truly did. Yes. I was a few years ago, 3 years ago, I was looking at ways that I could be more involved in the community, ways that I could have an impact on a child. So, just like thinking about it, I went onto the website to be a big sister was what I was actually looking for. And there was the job posting. So I was like, I'm going to apply for that. That would be perfect for me. And it really is just such an amazing program. And the impact like on the community and on the children is just profound.
Mm-hmm. It was all meant to be.
Yeah.
It was. It truly was. Yes.
It's like you wanted to be the big sister, but you ended up being the big sister
Right,
for
right.
every single child that walks into that facility.
Yes, and I love it. Yes.
And how long have you been with the Big Brother, Big Sister team?
It's been 3 years now. So I've learned so much during that time in those 3 years. And really just the children that I have had the opportunity to meet has just really been incredible.
And now you get to share your experiences, on things like these, on interviews like these. What have been some of your, main takeaways for, other people who are interested in doing the same?
Right. So the one main thing that I have found is that we are always looking for volunteers. We have many more children that are waiting throughout Erie County and Crawford County as well. So really the importance of volunteering and how easy it is to be a big brother or a big sister. You have to be 18 years of age. You have to be like willing to have this impact on a child. And other than that, it's 4 to 6 hours a month. So it's really not as time consuming as some people believe it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you have an extra couple hours a week that you can dedicate to a child, that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, and how is the Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Family Services? How is all of this funded? You mentioned volunteers, like
Right. So our services are free to all of the children. So we are funded through grants, through donations, and through fundraising events. Those are the three main ways that we fund the program. We also have like roundup campaigns. So you may have noticed at Christmas time we have a roundup campaign with Macy's. We have had roundup campaigns with like Ulta Beauty before. So whenever people ask you if you want to round up to a charity, you can round up to Big Brothers Big Sisters during those times, and 100% of the money stays local here in Erie. It doesn't go to our national office, which I think is really awesome.
that's something I did not know.
Yes.
Because I've participated in like the Ulta Beauty
Yes.
campaigns, and
Yes.
it's sad how much money I spent there. But
Yes, all of that stays right here in Erie County supporting
That's so
our
nice to
program.
hear.
Yes.
Yeah. And when we talk about funding and you say it stays local, what does it go towards paying for? What, programming or some of the other things?
It does go towards programming. It goes to a lot goes to like our volunteer outreach, but most importantly, we spend money on events for the children. We try to have events at least once a month that we organize, that we pay for. So we might do things like a putt-putt event, or going to like the local parks where we'll provide food and a picnic. We always have lots of holiday events. We just had maybe like a Valentine's Day event or an Easter event type of thing. So we really we like to provide those opportunities for everybody as well. The children love those events because they get a chance to meet other kids in the program as well, and then they become friends with those, and those relationships are really nice to see as well.
And you might have mentioned this earlier. How many children and how many volunteers volunteers do you have in the program?
Currently, we have 54 matches, and that's, matches of the youth and the bigs as well, the volunteers. So we currently have 54, but we have over 80 children that are waiting.
wow.
Wow.
So yeah, that's whenever I say there's the need for the volunteers. We want to serve all of the children that we possibly can, so we're always looking for volunteers.
Absolutely. So this year, Big Brothers Big Sisters launched a new fundraising campaign called Be Big for Kids' Sake. Can you tell us more about this?
Yes. So in the past, our main fundraising event was Bowl for Kids' Sake, and that was what we really focused a lot on. This year, we are focusing on 3 main fundraising events that we're doing. We're going to have a Golf for Kids' Sake, which is an indoor simulated golf down at 5-iron golf. We're still going to have our Bowl for Kids' Sake, which has been very popular in Erie. And then we have our Monster Mash Halloween Bingo. And then that's right around Halloween time that we do that. So our Be Big for Kids' Sake is an opportunity to sponsor all of those events that we have. And then, everybody that participates in sponsorship and the general public is welcome to attend any of our fundraising events.
Yeah, and what's the best way for someone to get involved with that campaign that you're doing? Like, what specific ways do they have to go on the website, apply? Like, what does that look
so
like?
our website is beabigerie.org. That will provide you with all of the information. And then, of course, people can contact me through my email or through the phone also.
And and I know this is what you were looking for when you started the program or when you wanted to get involved with the program, you're looking for that connection. What does it mean for the children? What are the children looking for?
Right. So I will say nationally, we are an evidence-based program. So the evidence shows that kids in our program are more likely to graduate from high school, less likely to get involved with drugs and alcohol and bullying type behaviors. But what we really see is that the kids have fun. They have so much fun, and that they are getting introduced to opportunities that they may not have otherwise had. So even just, give the example of going to like a baseball game or a football game or museums, plays, theater, going out to eat at certain places. Those are opportunities that children may not have otherwise had. Big Brothers Big Sisters, we say it takes little to be big, which means you don't have to spend a lot of money. Sometimes it's just having a piece of pizza and having that conversation and creating that meaningful relationship with the kids. That's what really means the most to them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have any, and it can be anonymous, but any special stories you want to share?
I think the one thing that I want to share, and this is really just for all of the kids, we do surveys with the kids just to find out how things are going and what's going on. And I love this statistic. It means so much to me, is that 100% of the kids have reported that their big has had an impact on their life. And I really think that is so amazing. Whether it's, we ask for their feedback, like, what was your favorite thing you did this year? And it may have been just having, going over to their house and having dinner with their family, or, maybe going to a Steelers game, do you know what I mean? From one extreme to the other. But really just those opportunities are so impactful for the kids.
Yeah.
They're impressionable. They mean a lot. And, and I think for you to provide the funding to go to those events and then, provide this, adult in their life that is looking for that same connection. And, those are core memories.
They really are. And I will say the volunteers always have an impact on them as well. Like every volunteer will say, I wanted to participate in this program because I wanted to have an impact on a child, but I didn't realize the impact it would have on me. So the volunteers always want to let us know also how great it has been for them. They didn't even know it would happen.
Yeah. So so our viewers want to volunteer and they want to sign up. Do they call? Do they go online? And then is there an application process? Is there a training program? What's all wrapped up into this?
It's kind of all of the above. You can go to our website, beabigerie.org. You can apply to be a big right there. You can fill out the application right on our website. And then we do provide training and we provide opportunity. So once we receive that application or just an inquiry, you don't have to fill out the application all at the same time. We will contact you. We will provide you with the information that we need. We do background checks. We do references. We provide an orientation training. And then after all of that, we will match a volunteer with a child. We are there for that match introduction. And then they are making their own schedule in their own time of when they want to spend time with a child. But we provide support throughout. 24 hours a day, we are available if needed. But we always want to make sure that things are going well. And then if there's any problems or issues or concerns, we're there to help navigate those. So we are in contact with the volunteers, with the child, and with the families throughout their time that they're involved with us. Some of the matches, very new, may have just gotten matched last week, but we have some people that have been matched for over 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it's amazing. So, really, they're creating those lifelong friendships and bonds that are really just incredible. But we're there the whole entire time to provide support.
And then when they get matched, do they usually stay with that same child, or are they able to change out the child, so to say?
Right. No, so usually they stay with the same child the whole entire time. There are times like maybe a volunteer moves and we would rematch a child with another volunteer. And we have had instances where, maybe the volunteer got matched with a child when the child was very young. Now that child's older and they want another one. So they might have two matches. So they can do that as well, just to continue. We have one volunteer that's popping into my head right now. He has had, I think, 4 different littles right now. So like his will graduate maybe from high school. They usually close out to our program once they've graduated from high school. And then he still maintains a relationship with those individuals, even though they're older, but he will start again with another one. So it doesn't have to end. We do ask for a 1-year commitment at least, because that really creates a bond with the child. But we notice most of them last much longer than that.
Have you ever had a child graduate from the program and then want to be a big?
I was just going to ask that.
Yes, we have, which is obviously, like we love hearing that, and we love that people want to be involved. In fact, last night I was at an event and a lady stopped by the table I was at, and she told me she had a big when she was young, 40 years ago, she said, and she still is in contact with that person today. And those are the stories that we love knowing about as well.
So it's a lifelong mentorship.
It really is. It really is that family, big brother, big sister type relationship. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think you spoke a little bit about how this impacts the child, and even the ones that graduate from the program and end up wanting to come back as a volunteer and get matched with another child. It's such a beautiful thing. It feels like it's more generational than
it really is.
And like you
Coming
get,
full circle.
like you get your friends to tag along. Do you ever get that where like some kids are like, my friend isn't in this program, like they should be in here?
We do all the time. Yes. And that is fine. To do anything like that, be a part of the family, whether it is as a volunteer, taking the child home with you. There are we have, certain rules you have to follow, but you can take the child home with you. You can introduce them to your family. You can invite them to dinner, share all of that, and vice versa, where, maybe the volunteer will go to the child's family events type of thing, and friends, and get involved in all of that. So yes.
And we talked, how did the volunteers get involved? How do the children get involved in a program like that?
So the children can get involved by just filling out an application, which is also, you can do an inquiry at that beabigerie.org, and we will send you the information. Children can be referred from anybody. It can be referred from a parent, a school therapist, really anybody. The parent or guardian would have to sign off on it, but anybody can make the referral and help fill out the application. The application for a child is really just their demographic information as well as their likes and interests. We spend a lot of time really trying to get to know the child as well as the adults, so that whenever we're making a match, that we know we're making a good match. We want to have similar interests with the kids. So we really try to find out what kind of things do they like to do, or what might they like to do, things they might not even know that they would enjoy doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you, and again, this is, the volunteerism, is strong toward the big brother, big sister end of it, but do you need volunteers for anything else in your organization?
So whenever we have events, like our fundraising events, we can always use volunteers for that. Even if it's volunteers and or donations. So we're always looking for, maybe donations for our fundraising events, but also for like places that we can take the kids or opportunities for them to be introduced to new opportunities. So, just to give example, the 5-iron golf. We had our holiday party there, and the children loved it. They had so much fun there. Ascend Erie is really good to us, also. So like opportunities like that. If anybody like has any businesses or opportunities for that, we're always looking for opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. That's wonderful. And I love that. And again, I'm just thinking they're just such such fun places, you know what I mean?
Yes.
That they would just really, stick out and,
And really thrive in it.
yes,
Yeah.
like it's just, it's
Yes.
engaging. It's, you get to connect with that person, but then, you're not just always just sitting talking. You're actually doing an experience.
Right,
Yeah.
right, yes. In the summertime in Erie, we have so much opportunity to do things that are free of charge. And in the wintertime, it's a little more difficult, but we really like to take advantage of like any opportunities that we have.
Yeah. Our show is close to coming to a close. I know we mentioned the website. Is there any other way that you want our viewers to get in contact with you?
Anybody can follow us on Facebook. It's Big Brothers Big Sisters of Family Services of NWPA. Our website, again, is babigerie.org. Or if anybody ever needs information, they can email me. It's hfilson@fsnwpa.org.
Wonderful. And can I just, before we close, is there anything like an experience that you want to share, or just something like one last message that you want to give our viewers or leave our viewers with? Just maybe your experience over the whole program or a certain situation.
Right. I really think that I would like to focus on that it takes little to be big. It really does. The smallest gesture or the smallest kind word can really just have an impact. For a lifetime on a child. And if you're interested in just being that positive role model or just having a positive impact on our community overall, Big Brothers Big Sisters is really truly just an amazing program.
Yeah, it really is. Thank you so much for
Thank
everything that
you,
you do and just continuing to foster this program in our community. And like you said, you're evidence-based. And so there is so much good coming out of this program. And you have, the statistics to back that up.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much again for coming here and talking to
Yes.
us about all of the opportunities of Big Brother Big
Right.
Sister.
I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
Yeah. So thank you so much for tuning in to MGC. We thank Heather for coming on board and letting us know about all of the wonderful opportunities for Big Brothers Big Sisters of NWPA and getting involved in that. It takes a village from what we've realized to really get involved in your community. So thank you so much and have a great day.